Hey, Big Dave, the middle-aged gamer here with another Pickem. This time for week 2. And, as you can see, went 10-6 this past week. Not the best week out of everybody there, but overall, over 500. I'll take that. Alright, and let's look at how we did. And, Thursday night game, lost by a fucking toe. There's just no other way to put it. I lost by a toe. Ridiculous. Brazil, I won that one. Let me look at the Sunday matchups here. Okay, I lost this one. I did not expect Pittsburgh's defense to be that good against all those weapons that Atlanta had. Yep. May have to reconsider how I view Atlanta from here on in. Pittsburgh's defense, yeah, I'm not going to make that mistake again. What I can't believe about this one, even though I got it right, was just how close it was. Arizona put up a fair amount of points, even though rookie sensation Marvin Harrison Jr. did nothing. Wow. But yeah, the Bills, against a bad defense, they're still going to score points. It's Josh freaking out. Bears beat the Titans, although this was mostly due to their defense, then not because of rookie Caleb Williams. Rookie quarterbacks, as I've always said, tend to struggle early on. What happened with C.J. Stroud last year should be looked on as an outlier and not the norm. Speaking of the Strouds, shout out to Tom Brassi. Texans pulled one out against the Colts, largely due to some timely offense. I got this one wrong. I had Jacksonville over Miami. I thought Miami had lost too much where it counted. I thought Jacksonville would be able to pull this out. I mean, it was close, and Miami's offense didn't quite click as well as I thought. So, I mean, shout out to Jacksonville's defense for keeping it close. This is just embarrassing. And everybody got this one wrong. Almost everybody got this one wrong. 3% got this one right. And those 3% were probably all homers. The Bengals had absolutely no reason losing this game. The offense was, well, kind of offensive. But, so it'll be interesting to see where Cincinnati goes from here. A little worried about the Bengals here. Here's your blowout of the week. The Panthers are so bad, they made the Saints' offense look good. There's just no other way to phrase that. And this one, for me, is my embarrassment. Not just because I'm a Giants fan, but because I really thought that this was going to be a slaughter, but the other direction. And, Bryant. The Vikings' offensive line is pretty legit. The Giants' offensive line is pretty legit, too. Only gave up 1 sack. But Dave, Jones got sacked 5 times. Yeah, the other 4 sacks were actually pinned on Jones. Go figure. Daniel Jones was just an absolute train wreck in that game. And it'll be interesting to see how long the Giants keep him installed under center. All right, Seattle won a close one against Denver. Give Denver credit for keeping it close. But really not much else to say here. Chargers, their new identity under their new head coach, for the life, Jim Harbaugh, for crying out loud. Why could I not remember that? Ran the ball really well, held down Vegas. They get the win. Tampa Bay's offense looked terrific against the Commies' defense, and that's all you need to say about that's all you need to know about how bad Washington's defense is. Give them credit for putting up 20 against a pretty decent defense in Tampa Bay, especially with a rookie Q, but not enough. Yeah, I used this one pretty hard, too. I did not expect Deshaun Watson to be this bad. Or was it Dallas' defense being that good? Therein lies the question. And their offense looks to be humming against one of the better defenses in the league, so Dallas is going to be scary again. I do not look look forward to having to deal with them twice again this year. Ugh. And then we had this was the night game, and Detroit pulled off the win against the Rams to the surprise of nobody. And this was not even close to where I thought this was going to be. The Jets defense looked bad. I know it's the Niners, one of the best teams in the league, but CMC was not there. And they had somebody else gash this. They had their backup gash the Jets team on the ground. It's pretty bad. So I may have to reconsider how I view the Jets, because this team does not look like what they're supposed to be, even with Aaron Rodgers. And yeah. All right, so that's just a quick overview of how last week went. So let's go to this week's picks. Thursday night game. That's why we do this on Thursday, so we can get this in. You got the Bills and the Dolphins, and I really don't know. I really, really don't know. I know the Bills looked really good against that lousy defense last week. When I first made these picks, I put Miami, but they don't lock the game. The picks don't lock until the night of the game, like a few minutes before the game starts. So I still have time, but as of when I'm making this pick, I'm just going to leave these all official. Goddamn. I don't know. I can't, in good consciousness, choose the Dolphins after what I saw last week. I'm going to go with the Bills. I know 2/3 of the players are going with Miami, but I can't. I'm going to go with the Bills on this. All right, we got Dallas and New Orleans. New Orleans looked like world beaters against the lowly Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, Dallas looked like world beaters against a pretty legit team in the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to stick with the Cowboys here. All right, Tampa Bay and Detroit, another battle of 1-0s. Tampa Bay beat up on a soft Washington Commies team, while Detroit took down the Rams, who are supposed to be a playoff contender. The Lions are also considered a Super Bowl favorite. You got to stick with the Lions on this one. All right, Pack and Colts. You feel bad for the Packers. They lost their quarterback for a few weeks. But they got lucky. Jordan Love got, I think it was a sprained MCL, and it could have been, so much worse. This should be, yeah. I'm going to go with the Colts on this one. Mostly because I don't trust this Packers team without Jordan Love. I don't trust this defense, and the Colts offense is pretty good. Anthony Richardson is exciting. They got some weapons. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Colts on this one. And then we got the Jets and the Titans, battle of 0-1s. And Jets are favored. And this one's kind of hard to choose too. I mean, I've already soured on what the Jets did, but I'm gonna stick with them anyway and call this call my feeling an overreaction. Although the way the Titans played, they kept it close and they kept it interesting. I'm just not sure if Will Levis is going to be able to crack that secondary. They might be able to run a bit, and that's going to be where they're going to have to survive this, is going to have to play tight defense and befuddle Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it, so I'm going to stick with the Jets. Niners and Vikings. Vikings look like world beaters against the Giants, but this ain't the Giants that the Vikings are going against. The Niners are world beaters, so even without Christian McCaffrey, I think they should be able to handle the Vikings. All right, Seahawks and Patriots. Patriots. What the hell, man? Got to give that defense credit. They look really good, but you know what? Seattle's defense is also really good. And I think Seattle will pull this one out. I think it's going to be incredibly low scoring, mind you. But I think Jacoby Brissett is just not going to be able to have enough to get this done. All right, Giants and Commanders. Oof. Everybody's overwhelmingly backing the Commanders on this because, well, they did show signs of life against Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, the Giants showed absolutely none against Minnesota. But here's the deal. I'm gonna cross my fingers on this one and hope that Daniel Jones and Kayvon Thibodeau have their usual games against the Washington Commanders. Seems to be the only games where they come up for. Yeah. I'm going to go with the Giants on this one, probably against my better judgment. All right, we got Chargers and the Panthers. The Panthers are by far the worst team in the league right now. They showed it last week. I mean, as bad as I thought the Giants were, I think the Panthers are even worse. Although, two of them going up against each other in Germany might determine the number one overall pick. So, I'm going to go with the Chargers on this. And then we got Jags and Browns in Jacksonville. I can't take the Browns seriously as long as Deshaun Watson is still quarterback. He's got that new allegation now. So he might not even be quarterback for that much longer because there is a clause in his contract, a behavior clause. And this new allegation might fall under that behavior clause. And if it does, he's going to be gone. And that might be great news for Browns fans, honestly. But with all the talent they have, as long as Deshaun Watson's leading that team, they're never going to score a ton of points. I think Jacksonville's going to be well prepared for this. It's going to be low scoring, but I think Jacksonville does pull this out. Raiders-Ravens, yeah. Ravens are one of the best teams in the league. The Raiders maybe are pretty much tanking for Shadur Sanders, so yeah. Rams-Cardinals. People overwhelmingly backing the Rams. I am too, but here's the thing. No Puka Nacua. That tells you everything I need. That tells me everything I need to know right there. That's one of Stafford's biggest weapons. They're not going to have him. They're going to have to rely heavily on Cooper Kupp again, and he's starting to slow down. I don't know if and without Aaron Donald, that Rams defense just doesn't scare me. You know, Arizona's going to put up points. This might be the game where Marvin Harrison Jr. actually gets his feet under him, starts playing like Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm going to have the Cardinals win an upset here. And now we got Pittsburgh and Denver. You got to feel bad for Bo Nix. He threw a lot of interceptions last week, and it's just going to be more of the same this week with that ridiculous Steelers defense. It doesn't matter who's under quarterback for Pittsburgh. I think it's still going to be enough to take down Denver. All right, and we got Cincinnati and Kansas City. Well, what we saw with Cincinnati last week, yeah, that's all that really needs to be said. This might get ugly. And I think I had them as my Super Bowl pick. That's aged poorly already. All right, Texans-Bears. What did I say before about rookie quarterbacks? The Texans' defense is all right. The Bears' defense is actually pretty good. Do I think it's good enough to slow down the Texans? You know what? Yeah, I do. But I don't know. I can't decide. I hate this. You know what? When in doubt, go with the home team. I'm going to stick with the Texans on this. All right, Falcons and Eagles. The Falcons look like absolute garbage in their game last week. And the Eagles, they look like world beaters. They got out of it. They survived without any major injuries. Knock wood. Who am I saying? I'm a Giants fan. But I think the Eagles should easily win this one. And that's the Monday night game. Oh, okay. All right, so the Bears and Texans are the Sunday nighter? Wow, okay. And I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Eagles still have those same problems on the defensive side of the ball. It's not going to fix this early. It's going to be a little bit until those young corners acclimate themselves. So I have this as a 65-point total. I think the final score is going to be 34-31 Eagles. That's how I think it's going to end. All right, and so those are my picks for this week. And yeah, as I said, went 10-6 last week, so not bad. But still plenty of time left to move up the ranks, and that'll be it. All right, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in and to help this channel grow. It's been Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is NFL Pickem. I'll see you all next time.